importa. Yeah. So here we go. Are we ready? Yes. Welcome to the. ¿Escuché bien ya? Pero nosotros no te escuchamos bien.
¿Sí se escuchó?
¿Sí?
Ah, pero aquí a él lo escuchamos ahora.
Sí, pues lo escuchan acá. Bueno, ya. Si no, vuelves. Ya. Okay, so thank you. We are going to start. This is like the 9th session of the literary circles. Last time we couldn't make it. I was sick. Sorry. So welcome. We have less attendance today, but we're gonna make it anyway. So I hope you're all right. And I would like to start by hearing some opinions on the chapter. On the chapters, we're going to discuss chapter 9, 10, and 11. So, Beto, I would like to start with you. What is your opinion in general of what we've seen up until now from the story? Chapters 9, 10, and 11. General idea.
General, yes, because I read 3 chapters, I think it's different opinion about different chapter, but my opinion about Bernard not changed, but I can understand why he had a behavior different now. I have many reasons, but I think then I say my opinion about this. But in general, I think book change this part in adelante. I don't know what you say, but in general, I think the characters change. Linda, for example, I can say change my opinion about Lenina. I understand. I think it's different. Other people, I think.
Okay, so who's sorry, I got lost at the final part. Who is different?
Lenina.
Lenina. Wow. So we have an improvement. That is something. Just to
maybe I don't agree with behavior, but she is different. Other people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would like to know, why do you think she is different? If you want, you can give a short explanation now, and then we can go deeper into her.
Yes, because I think she has feeling. For this reason, she take Soma. For second, she feel bad. For this reason, she take Soma. For me, she can feelings. She can have feelings.
Yeah. She can have feelings. Interesting point. I really want to go deeper into that, but we're going to Katy's first, and then we're moving back to Lenina's, okay? But keep that.
It's difficult for me. I make summary.
Summaries are actually very difficult. Cognitively, summaries are on the highest scales of thinking. So it's not an easy task. And I want to go deeper into the Lenina, but let's continue into the summaries first, and then we move into character by character, okay? So, Katy, what's your opinion on the chapters?
Yeah, the chapter, I prefer the chapter 10.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was interesting.
The last week, I had so many work, and I think I thought don't participate.
Yeah.
You remember? But I listened to this chapter, and I love that, because in the 9th chapter, it's very short, and I listen about the John and Lenina. John saw Lenina, and I suppose that John fall in love with her. I don't know. And the chapter 10 is about the return of Bernard with John and Lenina in the civilization. And this part is the most liked because in one part, the director of the center talk about with students, I don't know, with the people in laboratory. And the director say that Bernard, he want to translate to Iceland, to Bernard.
He
You
wanted,
remember?
yeah, he wanted to move it.
He wanted, sorry. And Bernard say one thing that he say I come back with two person. I don't remember, but appear
Linda and John.
Yes, yes. And this part, obviously, the people who's very surprised, and Linda said I forget said to direct say to director that he was pregnant. He was a mother.
He was pregnant.
She sorry. She had a child, and in one moment appear John, and John say father to director, and the people who love, como risa.
Laugh, yes.
Laugh, yes. I suppose that the director he's fired, o sea, como despedido.
Later they say that he was never seen again, that he immediately
Yes.
left the direction and he left everything. He's gone.
I think he resigned.
Yeah, looks like he resigned, but they I don't think they said he officially resigned, but like left at least. But we understand that he quit or he resigned, or
Yes.
like he was asked to quit, like lo fueron,
Yes.
something like that.
And the last chapter I don't understand in 100%.
Yeah.
But I suppose that John fall in love with Lenina, or Lenina fall in love with John. But John, o sea, he had feelings, obviously, and he don't think same Lenina or the rest of the people lives in this civilization. For example, I suppose that they are in a party.
Yeah.
In the last chapter, and Lenina think that John he sleep with she, maybe I don't remember, but John he left her. Yes.
Yeah, they don't have sex.
Yes, and John say goodbye, and Lenina think about the he had stay with she.
What do you mean? They went to watch a kind of movie. Yes, I don't remember. I don't think it was a party. I think it was just a date.
Okay, a date.
Yeah, but they didn't have sex at the end.
Yes, but Lenina think about the thing that he had. Sorry. Lenina think that John stay with she.
Would he stay with her? She expected him to stay with her?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and it didn't happen. So for her, she was rejected, but it's not about rejection. It's about why doesn't he want to have sex in this world where everybody has sex? Probably John is a virgin. And probably it has to do with the fact that he's very romantic and he is not thinking of sex in the same way they are thinking of. So
or in the Sabbath, o sea, in Mexico, probably the first day you don't have sex with.
That's the thing. Like he lives in a society that is pretty much like ours, and in our society, of course, you can't have sex at the first date, but it's still there are some people that don't, and it's okay in our society. Actually, it's like a promoted behavior. So I think it has to do with that you don't have sex immediately, or that you want to, or he, at least he's very romantic, so maybe he wants to fall in love first. I mean, fully in love, and he wants her to fall in love and then move into next step. Or maybe he's not even thinking about that. We don't know. He haven't talked about sexuality at all, only about love and emotions. So yeah, thank you, sweetie. Jorge, can I hear your opinion on the chapters? Here, go. No, speak. Just speak. Camera there, microphone here.
Hello.
You hear, right? Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No me escucho, o sea, me escucho contigo, ¿no?
Yes.
Me se escucha como... Aló, aló.
Yes, we can hear you.
¿Por qué no se
Yes.
They can hear you.
I hear you.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Well, the question is, what's your favorite part of the chapter, or?
Yeah, what are your thoughts and opinion on the chapters?
Well, I like Katy, the 10th chapter. The 9th chapter was probably a connector, and the intense part of these 3 chapters, the climax, where was definitely the part when the director wants to send Bernard to Iceland for a punishment, and Bernard prepares this surprise for the director's life. They put the name on his grave to a cemetery. I think the director is gonna to rest in peace, but this action, and
yes,
I like Vero says, Lenina, well, after a summer holiday, that I think that we all need a summer holiday.
Definitely.
I recién llegaba acá. Yeah, sorry. After this amount of chapters, Lenina starts to begin more emotional, maybe, or start to involve with the social matter of this dystopic world. This chapter, especially number 10, I think that will be the key chapter to introduce the new conceptions of life from the savages people, and the brave new world that we know.
Yes, in fact, they are showing us changes. They are showing us changes in Lenina, changes in the director, where they're showing us changes in Watson. Watson is very interested in John, and he's very connected to John. Even Bernard is jealous about that, about the connection that Watson and John immediately had. We see changes in Bernard, strong changes. He is becoming a whole different new person. So, Hernan, you are the newest here, but you're a little bit clear on where things going. What's your opinion on the chapters in general?
Okay, I think I will try to do my best because I've read a summary of the first 8 chapters before lunch, and then I quickly read the 3 chapters in a row.
Yeah.
And I was checking them with the summaries of each one of those chapters. So
yeah.
I think I get it, but I'm not sure if I'm really understanding. And I must say, it's a very challenging book.
Yes.
I stopped a lot of times to Google on the Cambridge Dictionary the meaning of some words. So, it's so insane. I don't know about you guys, but it was difficult to me.
The vocabulary is quite challenging, actually. Actually, the vocabulary is quite challenging. And the speed also. It's normal speed, and But anyways, the idea was always to make this challenging, especially for those of you preparing for a test. And in, you know, in the TOEFL, for example, you have a lot of lectures which use similar vocabulary, so this helps. But yeah, it was
Yeah, but
challenging.
sorry,
No, don't worry,
I
don't worry.
didn't answer your
Don't
question.
worry,
So
don't worry.
going back to my question, uh, I for the first time, and I'm still getting used to this book. I feel very sad. I think it's a very sorrow kind of plot. So I feel so sad about John, and at the same time, I don't like at all this Bernard and his attitude in this Brave New World and stuff. So yeah, I'm getting used to these characters, and I don't really like what Bernard is really doing right now. All this egomaniac kind of view that he's showing right now, and at the same time, I think that um, I'm not sure what's going to happen with John,
Mm-hmm.
but well, besides of his love story with Lenina, but I don't know what is this society going to do with him, if they are going to whether they are going to transform him in a way, or if they are going to leave them as an epsilon or stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. And well, I think that's it. In summary, that's
Yeah,
all my
it's,
highlights for this.
and thank you for introducing the topic. I wanted to start by talking about John, actually. John is the newest character and one of the most interesting one, of course. He is like, he finally arrived into this brave new world he always dreamed about. But we see him throughout chapter 9, 10, 11. We see him unhappy. This is not what he expected, of course. He's a romantic. He wanted love, he wanted experience. His mother always told him about this beautiful, amazing place, and then he's finding out that this beautiful, amazing place is loveless and very cold. It's a very cold world, and he doesn't like that. We see that he's struggling. We see that he's not even like, he was so excited about being with Lenina, for example. He was really in love immediately with her, and now he's not even interested in her. He's taken throughout the lab trees, and he's shown the process of making babies, the Bukanowski process, and he doesn't understand anything. I think it would be like one of us is taken to the world state right now, would be like, what is this? And how does this work? So yeah, I would like to start by elaborating some ideas of what's going to happen to John. What will happen to John? Will this society change him? We see that they are kind of frustrated because they cannot agree with John, or they cannot make him agree with them. We don't know if he has any friends. Does he has anyone to take care? His mother is gone on a eternal summer holiday. So he's all alone, and his only friend, Bernard, is not acting that friendly anymore. So, Kathy, what do you think is going to happen with John?
I think that the Hernan say that he don't know that this war changed to John, or maybe John changed this war.
Yeah.
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 Yes, I think that this is the problem, because I think that John finally don't love Lenina because they are different person. Lenina is more como how like this war in one person is Lenina.
Yeah. She's very
Devoted to this
yeah.
society.
She's like
yes.
She's a very conditioned woman.
Yes, maybe Lenina fall in love with John, but after after a little time, John probably don't like Lenina, and obviously John, this word don't like to John, but her mother, obviously she wants to stay for Soma, or to Linda loves this word. And John, I think that John don't he can't come back to Mexico,
Yeah. I mean,
probably because
they haven't said that, they haven't said that he can come back, but I don't know why he wouldn't be allowed. I
and
think that he,
I think that John he stay in this world for his mother,
yeah.
only for his mother, and I think that John probably changed this word. In no case this word changed to John.
You think that he will change the world, not the world will change him.
Exactly, yes. And maybe John had a friend. I don't remember the name. The other character,
John?
friends to Bernard. No, no, no.
Watson?
Yes, probably John, o sea, Watson and John, they are friends. They want to change this war. Maybe with Lenina, I don't know. But in any case, I think that John stayed this war, but only for her mother, for Linda, yes,
Yeah,
and probably for director.
we don't know where he is. Probably in Iceland. The director is
Yes.
probably in Iceland waiting for Bernard, waiting for his revenge. So yeah, we could have an alliance between let me see here. I know I'm trying to read the comments. I'm not sure why some of you are saying that John would have been stopped loving Lenina. Maybe I didn't understand the part of these chapters. I don't think he stopped loving Lenina. I think that he is still in love, but he's like um maybe not idealized, like not in an idealistic way that he used to. Like he immediately fell in love with her, he immediately thought she was the perfect woman and all that, and now that he's seen a little bit more of her true colors, maybe he will not feel the same way, but I think that he's still in love. Now what I think is that in love he barely met her, like they've met for a week. So he doesn't know her. He's just in love of the idea of loving a woman because he always wanted love in his life.
Yes, I think that is for when you see a different person, thinking in another world, for example. When you saw another person that lives in another world, obviously you can interesting for this person
Yeah.
because it's different in the first time, but after that you start knows another person, and I think that this happened with John in the first time with the soul Lenina. Obviously, he likes or attractive, I don't know, but the rest of the part, I think that he doesn't fall in love.
Yeah.
No sé si me expliqué. Yes?
I understand, but I need to ask, how can you be sure that he's stopped loving Lenina? Because it might be that he's just getting disappointed of this society, not by her
We are
specifically,
women. We are
or
women. We
maybe
interpret
he's
everything.
shy because he's kind of, I don't know, maybe what Alicia said before, maybe because he's a virgin and he feel like embarrassed with having sex with Lelina, or maybe there is some other variables going around. So I do understand why some of you are saying that he's stopping falling in love with her. Maybe I lost a part because I read a lot such a short time that
I think that John is a person very romantic, and he's the person that just live for one person. And Lenina, she's live with all the guys that lives in the world.
yeah, but at the same time I think they have this like a common feature in a way that she Lenina was dating a guy before for a long time, right?
No, that is actually
When the
very
book
wrong in the world state. No, you
yeah,
cannot
I
say
remember
that.
that. I think
Yeah,
I
for
read
more than once
something.
she dated Bernard, but more than once, but not a steady relationship, because that's like forbidden in this world. But I am with you, Hernan, on this. I don't think that John is out of love with Lenina. I just think he's shocked. And but we
No.
are women. We women, we see those things and we don't understand long faces. It's like, why are you sad? Are you angry? You don't love me anymore? Like that's our thinking. You can see that this is our thinking. We in the tiniest details we start to see maybe signs of that there is no longer love in this relationship. And maybe sometimes, like, I've seen this situation in real life. Like, guys, I'm just tired. I don't have the happy face because I'm tired. And I'm like, oh, you don't love me anymore. That's why you have that face. But yeah, maybe it has to do with that. But I am with you in this. I don't think that he stopped loving Lelina. He's just maybe several things. He wants a more romantic relationship. Maybe he's just shocked by all these changes he's going through. His mother, his only
Yeah,
friend
his
ever.
mother is suffering. He's
Father's
a
rough.
dreamer.
Yeah,
I think his
he's
mind
going
is
through a rough
like a
time.
naive kind of Shakespeare
Yeah.
with those idyllic forms of love and utopic kind of relationships. So
Yeah, I am with you on that. I don't know. What do you think, Jorge? Do you think that John is still in love? Expert on love? Tell us.
Hello.
Yes, we hear you perfectly. They hear from here.
Yes.
I think that it's obviously that John will be a main character from now, and I think that he will start to learn. Obviously, we are humans. He's a savage, but all of us can learn from the different experience, and in this new world in theory for John, he will start to incorporate the behaviors of these states and socialize with another. But I am worried about one single factor, and this is how the entire state or the police state will judge and John in his day after day. I difficult can wait for how I see this world operates. That he will walk from this world with no police with no police watching. I
Like
know
the way
what I
he will
mean.
escape? Like how he will escape? You think he'll escape? He'll walk away from the world, or that he'll
Yes,
stay?
I think that, but um, the savage live in a reservation.
Yeah.
Okay, point one. Point two, the civilization are totally divided with the savages and the reservation, and now he is on the
Other
on
side.
the real world,
Yeah.
and I don't know why I'm worried. I'm afraid because if John start to learn, he can combine the both worlds experience knowledge, and maybe this will be a risk for the global organization of
Stability.
stability, all
Yes.
stability of this world.
Yes, interesting. If he states, as you said, if he state, he will have the problems of, the ideas of the savage world, the ideas of the Brave New World, the ideas of Shakespeare. So we know that what they don't want people to have here is knowledge, and he has knowledge. So yes, I agree with Jorge on this, that I don't see good things coming for John. I honestly think that he'll get into some kind of trouble, whether he acquires behavior from the world state. Tomorrow we maybe will be seeing John having sex with everyone, or Deporty. We don't know. Or Deporty, just in case, Hernan, you probably lost that. It's a very interesting chapter where they go into an orgy-porgy. It's an orgy. Just to relax and lose all the tensions of the week.
And what does porgy means?
Porgy? Like pork. Like it's a saying that
Okay. It's
porgy
like,
porgy. It's a word game. But yeah. So maybe we'll see John in joining that behavior, or maybe we'll see a John that is still like aside from society. Maybe we'll see a John that he's coming back, or he wants to come back. We'll see. Vero, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen with John the Savage?
I think the savage obviously is different other people, but I think he doesn't have interesting for a world state, because when he goes that at university and Bernard and other men chose that condition, different castes, how learn the condition. He wasn't surprised with situation. He only see and ask a question, but I think he wasn't surprised with situation. He doesn't choose surprise. She never said, I want to Soma.
No, I was thinking about that.
Yes, in the day with Lenina, for example, Lenina and John stayed in the cinema. They watched a movie, maybe porno movie.
Yeah.
Imagine with sex, but John.
Veronica.
Veronica, what version were you listening to? No, I don't know. Yeah. But he wasn't interested.
They looks sex.
Yeah, we know.
Or
we know that
or people makes love.
Yeah.
Makes love, maybe it's more
a
polite.
love movie. It's not a sex movie, it's a love movie.
No.
Yeah.
I change my opinion.
Well, I don't think that they were going to classify this in this society as a porno movie.
No, it would be like
a love movie, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not even love. It's like proper citizen movie.
A drama movie.
Like a good person movie. Good people have sex like that. For them, of course.
A proper society movie.
Yeah, a proper society member movie. Yeah. So yeah, but he wasn't interested. I mean, he was like the Lenina presented the idea in front of him, and he was not interested.
I can understand why other woman in the world state she never said I like John or likes John, only prefer Bernard. Bernard now is popular, but the Savage isn't interesting for woman. Only Lenina said, I want to have a date with him.
Yeah.
But other woman only prefer Bernard. Bernard is popular. John is an important
I
now.
mean, he's
Now,
important, but not like a love interest. He's important for everyone, like a savage only, like the weird people. I mean, the weird guy who came from the reservation, but not as a love interest. Like, but I want to comment and maybe remind you that John and Lenina met without Soma. Lenina was out of Soma when she met John. So she was able to actually feel things. So the rest of the women involved, they are on Soma all the time. So they don't see the all the potential maybe that John has. Remember, he's good looking. They have commented that he is good looking. He's very smart. He's very romantic. He's very wise, educated. So for any of us, that would be an attractive guy. And but we are out of Soma. Maybe if we were in Soma, we wouldn't be interested in those things.
Mm.
Besides, Lenina had like a wake up call in the reservation. I think something inside her changed. So she's no longer the perfect citizen of the world state, and maybe that's why she's interested in John, and the rest is not because the rest are just conditioned. But yeah, Bernard takes all the fame. It's all about Bernard. Bernard. Am I the only one who hates Bernard now? Anybody else hating Bernard? Yes, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. So, Kathy, would you like to go deeper into that? Why don't you hate him that much? Can you explain?
No, I don't like this word, and I am agree with Bernard. Aún, still,
Still?
yes. Only for the reason that Bernard always he question about this word. And the last chapter, I don't understand not at all, como in
The
100%.
100%? Yeah.
Yes, and for this reason, I don't know if I hate Bernard
Ah,
or
yeah.
yes.
But
But I'm agree with Bernard for only the reason he questioned all the things.
yeah, he questioned everything. He questioned
Yes,
the past. He questioned everything about the
question.
world state. He said everything was so superficial and so vain. And why do you have sex with everyone? I'm not interested. Blah 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 blah. But now he is like completely okay with it. All of the sudden, he likes Soma. All of the sudden, he likes having sex with many women. He's actually proud of it. Remember, there's a one part where he comments on Watson that he had sex with 7 women yesterday.
I had a question about this.
Yeah.
He was Bernard
Yeah,
that
it was
comment to Watson.
Bernard. That's the new
No,
Bernard.
I hate him.
Fame and money change Bernard, as it
Very.
happens with most people. What do you think, Bernard, Hernan,
No,
Hernan,
please
Hernan?
don't make that comparison.
No. But it was funny. It was funny, like Bernard, Hernan. What do you think about
Like
Bernard?
Horty Porgy, Hernán Bernard, a
Yeah.
word game. I don't like that.
Porty, Bernard, Hernan. It's the same. Yeah. So, what do you think, Hernan, about Bernard's changing attitude?
Well, I don't know for sure how was Bernard before those chapters, but I really hate that guy. He's such an egomaniac. He's now the perfect example of this society and its values and stuff. So I really don't like Bernard, and I feel profoundly sad about Jones and his mother. I
Yeah.
think it's awful, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it. But I'm not sure what's going to happen with Bernard. But I think a hint is that everyone is talking and rumoring about he's going to have a terrible ending in his
Yes.
life. So
There were people commenting like, "Oh no, this is not gonna end up well," and probably. And I hope, like, he deserves it. He deserves it. He used Lenina because he used her. He was never in love with her. He never cared about her. He used John because he doesn't care that John is suffering now. He forgot about Linda. No, he doesn't care about Linda. He never cared about John and Linda. He only took them there, took them to the world stage to save himself. And he humiliated the director in front of everyone. I mean, he deserved it too, but it wasn't necessary to make that much of a fuss unless the only thing he wanted was fame and recognition. And he got it all. So, Beto, you were talking about this. What do you think is going to happen with Bernard?
I don't hate Bernard.
You don't hate Bernard.
No,
Why?
no.
Why?
yeah, I think I remember last session you said that you like Bernard.
Yes. Do you
Yes.
still like him?
I wanted to ask why? Why?
Veronica hates Lenina. Always
Yeah.
hates
Yes.
Stop
Lenina.
hating Lenina
Yes.
and start hating
Yes.
Bernard.
No. When I read this book, maybe some moments I hate Bernard, but I understand his behavior because when you study psychology, he's a psychologist.
Yes,
Psychologist?
he's a
No sé.
psychologist.
Psychologist. But when you were a child, you need attention. You need feel comfortable with your parents or classmates. In this society, always Bernard feel alone. He stayed alone. He had only a friend, Helmholtz. Other people doesn't care him, but now he had attention. For this reason, he feel good. He feel popular. He in this moment he has attention, but I feel bad. So sad this situation because people in the next chapter, I think people forgot Bernard because the savage passed in the time. Now it's popular, but the next chapter people forgot him.
Yeah.
I think nowadays is the same. For example, in our society, bullying in the school.
I was thinking about
This bullying determines that how behavior in adult in this person. The same Bernard, I think.
Yeah, I also see that connection between. It's like a bullied guy. He's like it's like Cesar. It would be like something like that. Something like our society always rejected him, always like disliked him, made him apart, like always kept him aside. And all of a sudden, he's part of a group. He feels part of something. So I understand why he feels good, why he likes the attention. Now, what I think is very wrong is the fact that he's white hate white what okay, so we have a white hate Bernardo, Lenina, or John when we hate everyone. We can hate everyone. Yes, actually we should hate Ford. Ford is the one responsible for all this. But yeah, so I understand why he feels good now with all this attention. But anyways, he had strong critics to the system. He always commented on how unfair, how superficial it was, and now just because you had the attention, you don't think the same way. So it would be like when you are, I don't know, let's say you are a socialist all your life, and then you start making money, and then you move to the other side of the street. It would be like, wow, wow, wow. Now just because of money, you change your life or your perspective. Maybe something like that, but I still understand why Bernard feels that way. I feel for him, but I don't like him.
Yes.
So
But I understand him.
you,
But I think the principal character is John.
yes,
The name, the book is a Brave New World. I think John is brave in this society. For this reason, the book has the name Brave.
very
I think
well said.
he changed opinion other society. Maybe with Lenina, the principal character. I think.
So so Lenina moved from the from the bottom to the top of your list.
Yes,
Good. I think
because
we all have
he
here.
feels, she has feelings.
Yeah, she experienced love without Soma once. She experienced life out of Soma. Maybe Soma is the problem. I think that in one of our meetings, I don't remember which one, but someone said that the problem here was Soma. And maybe it is Soma. It is Soma that is destroying everybody's brain, and maybe that's why Lenina now has changed so much. But now Bernard has been out of Soma quite a long time, but he's anyway a little maniac, as Hernan said. So yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with John, but do we all agree that maybe things are not going to end up well for John nor Bernard? None of them? Anybody waits or hopes something good or think that something good will happen to any of them? No? No? Like,
No, I think
yeah.
I think
Maniac.
all the things is bad. I think in the first meeting, or I don't remember, one person say about this book is about the love, and I say
I think it was better.
I say yes, and I say that no, this book is about the hate or only bad things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that when Huxley wrote this back in 1930s, he was thinking of this awful world, or he had a very pessimistic view of society. He had a very optimistic perspective from science, like he expected important things to happen, but at the same time, he thought that our society would fall apart, that would not be a good society. And I think that's why he wrote this book, because he wanted to make a social critic to the system. And he was quite right. When we have compared world state to our world, and we are seeing that things are getting scary similar. So maybe I agree with, I mean, no, maybe I agree with you that maybe this is going to have a sad ending, not a happy ending, because this is not a happy story, and because this is not a love story. This is a human story about how we can extreme emotions or extreme or like fanatic ideas, as we discussed before, extremist ideas, power, control, can destroy people, individual lives, community lives, and our whole society. We don't know yet. Before we finish, I would like to start on your favorite character, Vero. Lenina, what's going to happen with her? We now have like three very, very main characters, clearly main characters: Bernard, John, and Lenina. So what's going to happen to Lenina? Jorge. What do you think it's gonna happen? Oh, look, I can look at you. What's gonna happen with Lenina? Yes.
We are maybe of the 16% of the book. So in the last 40%, I think that Lenina will improve and increase her critical view of the society, and maybe with collaboration with John, he will be amount of new knowledge for Lenina, and Lenina will be we provide new knowledge to John. Her and he will potenciarse uno al otro.
I don't know if you can say potenciar uno al otro.
Empowerment by
Each other.
Each other.
Empower each other.
Empower each other. So, well, I hope to be in the last chapters and expect to see a Lenina full of liberation of her emotions and feelings. This entire book it's about to the system, the control, and the alienations of emotions, and like you said, like Alicia said, the loss of individuality, and maybe in the optimistic way, I have a negative way too, but in the optimistic way, I think that in the final chapter, maybe like I said in past chapter, Lenina can command this revolution of the spirit, knowledge, and of individuality.
Yeah, you said that she would become a queen.
Yes, I think if Lenina can make this awesome break, an evolution of character, maybe the entire society can do the same.
Yeah, and what's the pessimistic view you have?
Pessimistic view, well, maybe it's total chaos, destruction, like I said before, and the return to all ways, to savage ways, and the fourth tower burning in flames, and the capital city in total social riot and violence, death.
October 19th, World State.
Yes. And unlike all the historic cycle, maybe the civilization start from zero.
Yes, like
since that point.
Good. That would be very interesting. Like total chaos, or maybe like they will destroy Soma reservations, and everybody would get crazy. Well, go crazy, and they would divide like into two groups. The out of Soma people and the Soma people. We don't know. But yeah, I go with that. I would like a lot more the pessimistic point of view of Jorge. I think it would be more interesting to read a book about that than to read a book about love. We'll see. Hernan, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think is going to happen to Lenina?
I think this plot is going to develop in a Shakespearean way. So I think this love story between John and Lenina is going to happen in a very romantic way. But at the end, maybe Bernard is going to kill them both or something like that in a very Shakespearean way, like Romeo and Juliet or something like that. And maybe Bernard is going to be in jail or I don't know. And then it could happen, this chaos and mayhem that Jorge said. So
Yeah,
it's like a
like
puzzle,
both can
every
happen.
part fits.
Yes, I was
Every
I was
piece
going to
fits.
say that we could have all of this together. We can have a love story here between John and Lenina. We could have a change into society. We could have a revolution, and at the same time, Bernard killing them both. I love that. I love the idea of Bernard, and I immediately imagine that he would stab them. I think that's it. That would be a very Shakespearean death, stabbing.
Or both of them are going to drink soma to
Oh
get
yeah,
poisoned, and
soma
then
overdose, or
like,
maybe he'll say that, oh, here's your soma, and it would be poison from the director himself.
or Lenina is going to ask herself, love or not to love, with
Yeah,
a skull in her
to
hand.
love or not to love, that is the question. Yeah, that would be very interesting. I mean, definitely they mentioned, we said this before, they mentioned Shakespeare, and it's all about Shakespeare. The phrase Brave New World is Shakespeare, because there has to be a reason. The Shakespeare has to do something here, and Shakespeare wrote tragedies. Spoiler alert. Vero, what do you think is going to happen to Lenina, your friend Lenina?
I like opinion Hernan.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting point of view. But I think John is the principal character. Maybe he can change opinion other people, or maybe Lenina help his, but I don't know. I think the next chapter or the next chapter, maybe there are revolution with the same opinion my classmate, but I don't know. I think that I change my opinion. This book isn't a lot.
Looks like. Looks like.
Yes. But I don't know. I want to read more. I need to read more about this book.
Yeah, we have only a few chapters left. So I'm listening to my echo. Oh, turn that off. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, we're about to finish the book. I mean, not about, but we're almost there. So like you said, we're in the 60%, I think. So we'll see what's going to happen. We're expecting a revolution. We're expecting something big to happen. Whether if it's a revolution, a killing, something big's going to happen. We don't expect. I mean, we don't think that's nothing's good going to happen to John. Bernard doesn't look like he's going to have a happy ending either. I hope Lenina at least can have something good for her. And that's it by now. So, guys, next, so are we okay on the fact that we changed meeting for next Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday.
Next Wednesday,
Mhm.
Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm gonna let the rest know. So for next Wednesday, you will have to listen or read and listen to chapter 12.
This Wednesday?
This Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday, I don't.
16. 16.
Wednesday 16. Wednesday 16 will be next session. I'm going to invite the most people I can. You can do the same. If someone bothers you on Instagram, Vero, remember, just send the link. He'll think that maybe it's a private page and he'll come to the meeting. But it would be like OnlyFans, literary circles. So, guys, I would like to thank you all for your precious time and for being here. See you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. for the next session. And have a great weekend. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks.